pick up with one of our colleagues in Durban, Mawanda Keswa, and who is going to tell us what the streets look like in Durban. Mawanda, good morning to you. Is it a ghost town yet, the city of Durban?
Good morning, Oli. Now, I'm going to combine what I tell you along with visuals. I'll quickly move out of picture for you to see and decipher for yourself. But what I can tell you is that this is one of the most famous streets in Durban, Warwick Avenue. For those who reside here, know this area as Zemagete. It is one of highly populous areas because there are quite a number of taxi rank, Indanda rank, Clermont rank, Chesterville rank, Kwamashu rank, just to name a few. So the population of the city of Durban, at least 51% of the population is black, and quite a majority of those utilize public transport. And this is one of those areas where they go to get their transportation to various destinations, primarily places of employment. Now, it is a hive of activity, not as much as you would see on an ordinary day, but under these circumstances, it's still quite a considerable number of people here. You might also see correctional services employees just behind a Toyota Quantum there. There is also their vehicles here that will transport them to the correctional facilities in which they work at. I've seen quite a number of security personnel as well coming by this area. Quite a number of vehicles for their respective companies have been here, and some have been walking to the taxi rank in which they need to take a taxi to go to work. So there is quite a bit of activity. It was also worth noting that around 4:30 a.m. when I was driving to the office, I encountered someone jogging, I encountered another person cycling, I encountered quite a number of homeless people, and we were under the impression that they would be provided with shelter. Perhaps those few fell through the cracks maybe, but as the day progresses, we do expect to get some more answers. But I do also think that these might be teething problems because this is something that is new. It is an abnormality, and quite a number of things still need to be cleared out as far as authorities are concerned. I think in that period I've seen no more than 5 police official cars or police vehicles in the various areas within the city. So I do think that as time goes by, perhaps the situation might change. And we do also know that there are those times that have been stipulated from 5 a.m., if I'm not mistaken, for public transport to operate. So that is not abnormal at all because that leeway was given to them to operate. But we will see as the day progresses how things transpire.
Indeed, Mawanda, you painting a picture of basically life that is normal at this moment in Durban, although you're saying that the numbers of people in that particular transport hub, they are dramatically reduced. I've got to put the question to you because as I was also driving to work, I have not seen any soldiers on the road, nor police members for that matter. I've seen homeless people, the streets that I drive through, they're still there. Have you caught any sight of members of the South African National Defence Force or police from your side?
As far as the SANDF is concerned, no, I am yet to spot any of them. In terms of police, I've spotted about 5 vehicles. There was one that was driving next to me, there was one that was blocking a street at the beachfront, and there was one that just passed us not long ago. But in terms of police personnel on the streets, possibly speaking to people, looking at issues around are you permitted to be here or anything of that nature, not yet. But as far as the vehicles are concerned and the personnel in those vehicles, I have spotted no more than 5 between the time I was driving to work and now that we're here on Warwick Avenue in the city.
All right, Mawanda Keswa, thank you very much for that update. Our colleague, he is on the streets of Durban, and interesting to hear from him, Jane, that life is essentially going about as normal, but we've got to give authorities the benefit of the doubt. They did say that between the hours 5 o'clock and 9 a.m. this morning, you are going to have public transport that is transporting essential services workers. So that might be the case. But
I'm
my
still
experience coming to work,
Yeah.
I still saw the very same people who sadly live on the streets. They're still in the same places that I pass them every morning when I come to work. So life is still fairly normal.
Yeah, just fewer people, but it seems to still be not really kicking in as effectively as it should be.